Wow, Donald Trump's media company is warning about material weaknesses in their financial controls, casting doubt on the reliability of their financials in their latest Securities and Exchange Commission filings. In those filings, referred to as a 10Q filing, Donald Trump's media company also reports a $31.7 million net loss on only $821,000 in net sales. And they brag about that net sales number, this revenue number, as though it was some major accomplishment because it was more than what they were earning in the prior year for the same quarter. That's really bad data. I want you to think about it like this, and we'll dig into that filing right now. You know, if you have a local deli or a local pizza shop that you like, they probably earn more revenue than Donald Trump's media company, and they sure as hell aren't losing $31.7 million and bragging about it. By the way, the CEO of Trump Media, Devin Nunes, the former MAGA Republican Congress member who would always help Donald Trump out, his pay package, although a lot of it's in restricted stock, has been over $40 million with those dreadful numbers that I just read for you. And also, when you look into some of the other problems and risk factors relating to Trump's media company, it lists all of the bankruptcies that Donald Trump's been involved in, and it's bankruptcy after bankruptcy after bankruptcy. So you can take a look at these financials yourself and just say to yourself, don't make it a political issue. Just say, does this seem like someone who is a good business person? Let's dig through these financials. The latest filing, an absolute disaster. I mean, I can't even think of any other company that stays in business with these types of financials. But look, the Trump media company still has a massive valuation because it's built around this myth that Donald Trump creates. And by the way, I'm just giving you my own personal opinion. You can disagree with the personal opinion that I'm giving you, but I've looked at a variety of companies like that, and when I see these numbers, I go, these numbers are dreadful. So let's take a look at what was actually stated. In the filing, the company, Trump Media, disclosed findings of a material weakness in internal controls over financial reporting, citing a lack of a formal accounting process for complex transactions and insufficient personnel experienced in SEC reporting requirements. As a result, Trump Media warned there is a reasonable possibility that material misstatements may have appeared in its financials. Now, what is interesting about that is if you look at a filing that was made by Devin Nunes, whose pay package, again, over $40 million to date so far. It's restricted stock, but still a huge package. He signed February 14th, 2025, a filing to the SEC under the Sarbanes-Oxley Act of 2002, attesting to the accuracy of these things. And this is what he said. The registrant, meaning him and Trump Media, is certifying that I'm responsible for establishing and maintaining disclosures and procedures and internal control over financial reporting, design such disclosure controls and procedures, or cause such disclosure controls and procedures to be designed under supervision to ensure that material information relating to the registrant, including in its consolidated subsidiaries, is made known to us by others within those entities, particularly during the period in which the report is prepared, and B, design such internal controls over financial reporting or cause such internal control over financial reporting to be designed under our supervision to provide reasonable assurances regarding, this is important, the reliability of financial reporting and the preparation of financial statements for external purposes in accordance with generally accepted accounting principles. So you heard that right. On February 14, 2025, the CEO of Trump Media says that we have internal controls. And then the filing that was just made by Trump Media says there are material weaknesses in internal controls because of a lack of formal accounting processes for complex transactions? How could you be the Trump media company and not have complex accounting processes? What are you doing? You don't have the people who know how to interact with complex financials? I mean, isn't that just a stunning admission? Again, could you imagine if Microsoft or Apple or like a company like that, or any a company that you worked for, put that statement in? Again, if you have MAGA friends, ask them, show them the writing that I'm showing you right now so they can see it for themselves. I mean, here it is. Based on this evaluation, as of March 31, 2025, the certifying officers concluded that our disclosure controls and procedures were not effective as of that date due to the material weakness in our internal controls over financial reporting, including our failure to design and maintain formal accounting policies, processes, and controls to analyze and account for complex transactions. I mean, you see it right there. So you may be saying, why are they making this public? Well, I think that the calculation, one, you have to, and it's the right thing to make it public if it happens. But I think, my opinion, with any other company, that'd be it. Your company would be done. But I just think that Trump Media goes, look, the people who are buying shares of Trump Media don't care. So make the disclosure so you're not getting sued for lack of disclosure. Put the disclosure out that you're just not. You don't have the people in place because no one's really buying it. I mean, this is my opinion of what I guess the theory is. Because it's a great business, they're buying it because it's access to Trump. And again, I'm just giving you my opinion of it because, again, you take a look at the financials on this P&Ls, the profit and loss statement, and you're talking about $821,000 in net sales and a $31.7 million net loss, and they're bragging about that as a good thing. One of the things I want to point out as well, though, is this failure to engage in complex accounting. It's not like this is in 2025. If you've been following our reporting, we've seen this in 2024. We saw this in 2023. This is not a new thing. So, for example, if you go back to 2024 reporting, which we do right here, it talks about the audit committee's work in 2024. And then it talks about how this accounting firm Adeptus on Digital World's financial statements for the years that ended in the related notes to the financial statements did not contain an adverse opinion or a disclaimer of opinions and were not qualified or modified as to uncertainties, audit scope, or accounting principles, except that the report contained an explanatory paragraph relating to substantial doubt about the ability of Digital World to continue as an ongoing concern. Then you go to the next page, and this is 2024. It talks about how Trump Media's independent registered public accountant, again, this was years ago now, has indicated that the financial condition raises substantial doubt about its ability to engage in an ongoing concern. And you dig into it deeper, like this from October 13, 2023. Look at what they're reporting here. It says, on October 13, 2023, the audit committee concluded that the company's audited financial statements as of and for the year ending December 13, 2021, including the company's annual report on Form 10-K, and filed with the Securities and Exchange Commission, should no longer be relied upon. In connection with the company's current auditor's review and re-audit, after discussion with the company's management, it goes on to say, the company's audit committee, in consultation with the management and auditors, determined that such errors in the 2021 audited financials resulted in a material weakness. As such, 2021 audited financials should also no longer be relied upon. So what, 2021, 2023, 2025? Do you see a pattern here? And then when you go into the section that warns about the bankruptcies that Trump has engaged in, I mean, the thing speaks for itself. A number of companies that were associated with Trump have filed for bankruptcy. A number of companies that had license agreements with Trump have failed. May I read them for you very quickly? Entities associated with Trump have filed for bankruptcy. This is Trump's own disclosure. Have filed for bankruptcy protection in the past. The Trump Taj Mahal, built and owned by Trump, filed for Chapter 11 in 1991. The Trump Plaza, the Trump Castle, and the Plaza Hotel owned by Trump at the time filed for Chapter 11 in 1992 bankruptcy. THCR, founded by Trump in 1995, filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy in 2004. Trump Entertainment Resorts, the new name given to Trump hotels and casino resorts after 2004, declared bankruptcy in 2009. Trump Shuttle Inc., launched by Trump in 89, defaulted on its loans in 90, ceased to exist by 1992. Trump University, founded by Trump in 2005, ceased operations in 2011 amid lawsuits and investigations regarding business practices. Trump Vodka, a brand of vodka that produced under Drinks of America, was introduced in 2005, discontinued in 2011. Trump Mortgage ceased operations. Go Trump ceased operations. Trump Steak ceased operations. And you can go on and on and on this list here, and they warn their people about that as well. So I was reading you the most recent financials there. These are not good financials. So how could someone who can't even run a media company be running tariff policy and trade policy against the world and failing at that? Like, don't you just make it not political? Just I'm sharing you what their data is saying. So you judge for yourself. Let me know what you think. Hit subscribe and let's get to 5 million subscribers. Thanks for watching.
New Meidas merch drop. Check out the latest pro-democracy sticker packs, t-shirts, hats, sweatshirts, and more. All at store.MeidasTouch.com.